Welcome back. This is Ken Paul.
And Nicholas Shay.
We're two black blondes.
Yes, we are.
And we are here to give you a quick recap on Love and Hiphop Miami, mommy.
That's right, Ken Paul.
Last week's episode. So,
wait, you gotta tell them why we gotta represent for the 305.
Oh, yeah, because we in Lauderdale, so legally
That's
we call it 954.
That's right.
305 is our neighbor. So, it wouldn't be right.
Little fun fact, I went to middle school in Miami.
You did?
Yeah.
No wonder you're the way you are. Got it. Okay, so, alright, so Love and Hiphop Miami, last week's episode, episode 4. The scene opens up with Amara La Negra and Shay on the beach discussing her issue she has with Bobby Lights and Jessie Wow, as she calls her, better known as Jessie Woo. Shay discusses her issue she has with JoJo, her former friend, because rumor has it she's been sleeping with her ex, Pleasure P.
Alright, before we get into all of that, because I couldn't even get into what was going on, only because those wigs.
The wigs.
And let me clarify, okay, I went to school in the Aventura area, shout out to a little middle school. But the point is, there's different kinds of Miami, and I don't know, it's something about those wigs. And a lot of women are wearing these wigs, and I know I can want to talk to some, got my little hair not done, lace fronts, whatever. I'm with Meek Mill. Ladies, I'm done with these wigs. And okay, let me say this, because my daughter and I, we've had this discussion, and she said the only people who don't like wigs are the chicks who don't have money.
Or maybe they just don't like it because it looks ridiculous.
And I told her, I said, I come from an era of, I like what's called root realness. You probably don't know about that.
I'm guessing there's little edges here?
No, not necessarily. Root realness is just like, even if I'm wearing a weave, you can see my scalp. But it looks like mine. And my daughter was like, but still, we know that's a weave. And I said, but you want to walk around knowing that that's a wig?
Right.
Like, I'm with Meek Mill. Like, are we going to wear them forever? Like, and then what's going to happen to your actual hair? And like the extra, like the look like the Cheerios, the baby hair.
The chili baby hair from TLC.
But no, it's on like chili baby hair on steroids. Yeah, like,
that's how I feel about black people wearing color contacts. I don't want to see it. Let's leave it in the early 2000s.
Right, let's get back to okay, so I do want to talk about JoJo and Shay's beef over Pleasure P.
Pleasure P.
Remember we saw him in Tom?
Oh yes, we ran into Pleasure P. It's a restaurant here in Fort Lauderdale called Tom Jenkins, the barbecue spot. We ran into him.
Shout out to Tom
Best barbecue. Pleasure P looked like he was a sodium away from catching diabetes. He did.
He did.
He did. He was like, he was huge.
He looks good now to me. No? Okay. So, the reason I bring up specifically JoJo and Shay's beef over Pleasure. Now, how do you feel about friends dating your ex? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Okay, so here's my thing with that. Okay, if I have a close friend, if we're like really, really close friends, and I break up with someone, and I find out my friend is dating that person, for me, it would matter only if I was really, truly in love with that person. Now, if it's just a thing, if it was like a quick fling, if you want to sleep behind me, that's on you. I know I can't.
I don't want to do that.
I don't want to do that.
Right.
The thing with JoJo and Shay, people use the word friend too loosely.
True.
Shay says, oh, that's her friend, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But
We're not really friends.
Yeah, from what she's saying, she doesn't share the same sentiments as Shay, as them being friends. She says they're not as cool.
I get it.
But if we're an acquaintance, you've been to my house, I've been to yours, we hang out, I can still see how Shay would feel some type of way if Joe's sleeping with her man. JoJo's sleeping with her man.
So I feel, just know the friend you're dealing with.
Know the friend you're dealing with. Exactly. So therefore, don't
because I have some friends that I've had for over 20 years. It wouldn't even be a thought.
Right.
Just know the friend you're dealing with. Some friends you can leave around your man, it's nothing. And some.
But then, see, I don't want to do all that.
True.
Then maybe we should just not be friends.
True.
That's just
true.
You're a sneaky person because, hey, even though I may not bring my significant other around my friend, that freaking go on my Instagram.
That's true.
Social media.
Like I don't even want it to be a thought. I don't even want to be thinking about that. Like it's disgusting for me to think about.
Exactly. So what kills me with the JoJo and Shay thing, when they fought at Ahmad Nanagra's mom's empanada little tasting, and how they got into an altercation, and Amara Nanagra made a good point. She said Pleasure P is with her, with Shay.
That was.
But yet he's your
boyfriend.
Why is he consoling her and not you?
Good point.
Good point.
That's true.
Exactly.
All right. So moving on, we have what's his name? Chaotic. Who is that?
Chaotic looks like he snorts powder and he can't get hard based on that. That's what he gives me. He really gives me that, and I think I'm right. But I think he's an upcoming trying to be a rapper. Never heard of him. But what were you gonna say?
I don't even remember now. Like, okay. All right.
What I did find kind of interesting with Chaotic, the scene where he met Amara Negra, and he told her jokingly, I believe, that he would take her and her mother on a date.
Yeah, that was funny. He meant
that. I wanted to ask you, if you just met a dude and he says to you, I'm going to take you on a date, and it's Chili's, and he orders from that menu, the 2 for $20. How would you feel about that?
For me, it's all about effort. Right. If you're gonna put in the effort to get to know me, but yeah, I eat at Chili's, so I would never be like, oh, I can't go to Chili's. No.
I would say this: when I was younger, I did care about the spots we go to. But now that I'm older and wiser, my perspective is if dating is about me getting to know you, the conversation, it shouldn't matter the ambiance where we're at. As long as we're not in my damn house, take me out.
And that's what I wanted to get to. That's what I wanted to get to.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing a park. That's like, you're trying to kidnap me or something.
In the daytime?
Nah, I don't want to go to a park.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on.
Love and Hiphop Miami. Okay, so Jessie Woo. So I was saying, she has an interesting look about her, but I do like her voice. I like her singing voice.
Jessie Woo, my fellow Haitian. Okay, so here's my thing with Jessie Woo. I feel like she's being too extra on this show. She's trying too hard, and I get it. You just got on the show.
She has to.
Because you want to get more scenes.
Right.
Because that's how they get paid.
Exactly.
I remember from Love and Hip-Hop Atlanta, Tommy said that she befriended Jocelyn just so she can get more scenes, because Jocelyn was the it girl at that time.
Right.
So I get what Jessie Woo's doing, but it's just coming across too hard, too extra, and she's not doing a good job at it. And I also find this whole being crunk, beat my ass, drag, it's annoying. You look weak. I know you can't fight. So why are you doing all of that? But I guess, again, I get it. She has to be
She's Haitian and from Miami.
What that means?
She can probably fight.
She can't fight. You can tell by looking at her. And for me, if you're throwing bottles, pulling hair, you can't fight. You can't fight. But
I'm a
Haitian.
I wouldn't know. I'm gonna call my lawyer kind of girl. So yeah. So all of that throwing bottles, I really wouldn't know about that.
Caucasian.
I guess at times. But okay. I guess in the close of this episode was with Trina firing her assistant.
Well, before we get into that, I do have to say something about Pleasure P. I don't understand why Shay and that other girl fighting for him. Even though I feel like it's fake, but I'll play along and discuss it like it's a real thing.
It probably is a real thing. She really was messing with him, and it seems like that girl is really messing with him now.
Pleasure P looks like, after he's done nutting inside of you, he'll lay on top of you and just sweat, just drip drip. That's what he gives me. He looks like a lazy fuck.
Oh my.
Like a lazy head. So I'm not understanding what they're fighting over.
So what I did want to say about Trina firing her assistant though. First of all, I was so here for her bossing up like that and reading the crap out of him. But any assistant that shows up in the dazzled red jacket, it was time for you to be fired anyway, sir. You want to know why? Because you're showing that you're the show pony. It's your show. Like, you know, you don't even at work, you don't want to pull out your best threads. You know, your employer's gonna feel like, oh, you don't need this job.
Well, you know what? It is he is the star. Because I found it funny when Trina said, you need an assistant, and he said, I'm working on getting that.
And then the guy
that was
like,
funny as hell.
You are really feeling yourself.
But Alvin looks a
sir.
bit touched to me. And that bottom lip that's always hanging, you know, I'm really not getting that. I'm really not getting that. Yeah, I'm not getting an assistant. Yeah, he looks a bit touched. But Trina, she turned me on. The way Trina was reading him, like in a Speedy Gonzalez type of, she was just giving it to him.
Yes.
Giving it to him.
I met her one day.
You did?
Yes, years ago, at a certain club.
And you know, I understand her point because, okay, I hired you as an assistant, but
right.
then you're going around acting as if, and then you're telling her, you went behind her back, spoke to her business partner to get a clothing line, didn't even consult Trina about it, and then tell her business partner that, oh, I'm her creative director, when you're only an assistant. And then I read online, a lot of people were upset saying that, oh, Trina telling him that he'll never get a deal or he'll never make it. I don't think Trina meant it like that. Like he's never going to be someone, you know? It's just the way Alvin with the bottom hanging lip was going about doing it, it was improper.
Of course.
Very improper.
And that's the bottom line.
That's the bottom line.
You have to be proper. You have to follow protocol.
Right.
You know what I mean? You have to move a certain kind of way, or else you're starting to look messy.
Right, right.
If you weren't wearing a bedazzled red jacket at that, it wasn't even like bedazzled in black.
And the way he walked into the room,
like,
hi, hey Trina, hey. The way he walked in like he was the star and she was the assistant waiting on him. It was ridiculous. And Bobby Lights did warn her last season about him, and everybody thought, oh, he was just hating. You know, he warned. Sometimes families see more than, you know.
Alrighty, I think we're done with this episode.
I think we are
It's
done.
my favorite segment.
What segment is that, Nicola Shay?
And Kim, you know this segment. So, as you know, we will close each episode that we have with my favorite segment, and that segment is, of course,
Fuck Boy.
Fuck Boy of the Day. Oh my.
Shout out to Charlamagne the God. He inspired me to come up with Fuck Boy of the Day because he has Donkey of the Day.
Right.
So we got Fuck
So
Boy
you
of
would
the
have thought
Day.
that was my idea, but no.
It was mine.
It was his.
And we all from Ovalika, so you know how we talk.
And we're near a lot of hills, so we know how to do it. So, our fuckboy of the day goes to, drumroll please, Mr. Joel Santana.
Joel Santana from Love and Hiphop New York.
Right, we figured we would keep it on, you know,
The
franchise
Right.
thing, definitely.
Now,
but
just in case a lot of you don't know who he is, because I'm sure a lot of you don't know, he's not mainstream. He's not a mainstream artist. He used to be in the group Dipset with what was that? Jim Jones back in the day.
Right,
He didn't make
he
it.
had a few.
Which is why he's
Yeah.
on Love and Hiphop New York. Which, you know, that's what they
He
do.
did have a few
And then I made
bangers.
it on that franchise.
He did have a few bangers, but
Which is fine, you know, you gotta live. They make it more than me.
let's explain why.
Why is he the fuck
No,
boy?
that's what.
I want to know why you chose him as the fuck boy.
So, the reason I went with Joel Santana for fuckboy of the day. Well, of course, he had his recent marriage to his longtime significant other, Miss Kimbella.
Yeah, go on.
Her.
Yeah.
So, beautiful girl, you know, I would think beautiful relationship. They've been together for 10 years, have what, about 4 children? Okay, I don't know the actual number of children, but they have children and they built this life together. However, Joelle's never really felt it proper to make an honest woman of her, although she's been his rock.
Her favorite term.
I'm really starting to twitch when I say that word. It won't even come out because I don't say it.
His ride or die.
That word, yeah. She was his
ride or die
all those years and never
proposed.
But just said, you've been here for me. You've been that chick. Let me show you.
Mother of my kids.
However,
I get where you're going with this.
He gets arrested for, what was it? Whatever it was. And now, all of a sudden, now you're going away to prison. Now you see fit to make her an honest.
He wants to secure the bag, Mika Shay. He wants to secure it.
He wants to secure that bag or that bag. Because he's going to need some conjugal visits.
And he's going to need money on his books.
Well, he can get that without her being his wife.
He can?
Yeah.
Oh, that is true. You're right.
So,
I think it's a way of just security.
It's all of that.
It's security. Because
and to me, I would just never feel comfortable knowing that now we're married because now you're getting ready.
You're getting ready to go away. Yeah. I guess that wouldn't. I can see how that wouldn't make. If I was a girl and if I was
it would always play in the back of my mind.
That's the only reason why you finally proposed, because you want me to be your security, your rock, while you're in there, to hold you down while you're in there and I'm out here. That's the only reason. But a girl like Kimbella, clearly she's not smart and she's okay with that. I think if there's a possibility that she knows that's the only reason why he's marrying her, she's good with that. Because you know why? She still gets that ring. That's all she's ever wanted. Girls like her. She's okay with that.
Alright, so
I do have a question for you though.
Yeah, sure. Scary questions. Go ahead.
Trick Daddy or Flavor Flav? You have to choose one.
Oh God.
You gotta choose one. With your eyes open. Trick Daddy or Flavor?
We're talking about Trick Daddy and Flavor Flav both today, like in 2019.
Both today.
Like, can I at least pick Trick Daddy in the 90s?
No, currently, recently, right now. Trick Daddy with the Lucas. Flavor Flav right now. Eyes open.
Wow.
Death is not an option.
Damn. And I met Flavor Flav.
Oh yes, you did. You told me that. Yeah.
A few years ago. And after he got me together, he was really cool. But
he got me together. You know what's funny? What's her name? New York says he has a big thing.
All right, then let's go with Flavor Flav.
Okay. I guess you're a science queen now.
I hate you so much right now. Because everything I was thinking of was like, so since you threw in a positive, I went with the positive. Oh, okay. So I know I'm going to go off topic, but I think we're closing out right now.
Yeah, we're closing out.
All right, so because we're closing out right now, we have to give a shout out to, right? You know what we have to? To Soulja Boy. Remember?
Soulja Boy!
Okay, so why we have to give a shout out to Soulja Boy? We want to do this from now. We want to just say, hey, Soulja Boy, we see you, and we shouting you out because we want to give you credit. Because if it wasn't for you, there would be no us.
There would be no us. We wouldn't have the courage to do our small little YouTube page.
There you go.
Oh, I'm sorry, channel.
So, Soulja Boy,
thank you.
Hit that subscribe button.
You are the king of rap.
Yes, you are. So yeah.
And one more thing. Okay, I know this is not a big significant amount of big of a number, but to me, any progression is progress. So when we first started this last week, we had 25 followers. Now we're up to 35.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
Yes.
And we're gonna keep climbing more and more and more without your support. Catch that.
Hey. Bye.